What an incredible journey he has had. And it feels like he was always destined to take on a role of this magnitude. But Crouchy, do you think he's ready to take on this role?
Yeah, I believe so. He's not, I think you've got to build your career up some way, haven't you? And he's obviously gone out to Sweden. He's done exceptionally well out there. Done a fantastic job at, at Brighton and at Swansea as well. So yeah, he deserves his chance. He's a good, young manager. He's done his apprenticeship, and the only question mark is, he talked about not going to a Champions League game or let alone sort of managing one tonight, and questions will be asked. Can he take a club of this size in the Champions League on? I mean, I believe he can. I think we both are in agreement of that, but time will tell.
Time indeed will tell, and I'm sure he has a list of priorities that he needs to address. Joe, top of that list has to be sorting out that defence, which is a problem that stems back actually to Tuchel's era, because when Tuchel first came in their first 50 games, the defence was much better than in their last 50 games. Why do you think that was?
Well, I think, Seema, for one reason or another, the team wasn't doing the fundamentals. There was players out of form, but it was the little things. And I picked the goal, the Southampton goal, and it's Armstrong's goal. Ultimately, he gets the ball, takes a touch, 5 yards out and puts it in the top corner. But there's a collection of errors, like little errors that would infuriate a manager. We play it on here. Chelsea are on the counter-attack. We're just going to, as the ball turns over, Chelsea lose the ball, we stop it, just there. Right. And then if you pick up where the distances are from Azpilicueta to Havertz, it's 47 yards. So that leaves gaping holes. Look at all the Southampton players ready to get on the ball and get on the counter-attack. Then we'll play it on. So they get the ball, eventually comes into the Southampton midfield. Chelsea do the right thing, they back off. Oh, just go back a touch there. Jorginho here, he recognises he has to get there and address that situation. He has to go and stop the rot. He gets ghosted by so easily. That's another mistake. Again, then Loftus-Cheek has to come over here, which allows for a big gaping space here for the midfield to be empty, which Ward-Prowse just cleverly backs into. Again, as the ball comes to Ward-Prowse, again, Chelsea should this should still not be a problem, Seema, because Chelsea got a back five. You can still deal with that. And as the ball gets slid down to the left side here, but what happens here again, experienced players, I highlight that both of them in there, they both get panicky and they both try and get to the near post. And all Armstrong does is he stops, stands still, no coordinate, no communication with the midfield. It eventually, that's how it infuriates managers' goals like that. And it wasn't just these type of goals. We're going to go look at the goal against West Ham from set pieces. Again, just look at Declan Rice there, already losing his marker. And as the ball comes in, you have to deal with first contact, which are the first 25 games under Tuchel they dealt with. Here, they didn't. Off of a shoulder, Declan Rice is free. Now, Mendy, who's out of the team today, he's got options here, Crouchy. Get rid of it. Go there, stick it there. And what he does is the worst thing for it. Ends up, it looks messy. 4 Chelsea players on the floor as the ball. It was just these sort of mistakes, weren't it?
We talk about basics here. This is a game last week, and Tuchel totally comfortable position here, Joe. You got Koulibaly, you got Fofana, and one up front, Petkovic, and Orsic is here making this run. And as we run it on here, you see what happens. Koulibaly does the right thing. He's here now. He's going to attack the ball. It's quite simple. Fofana here, all he has to do is drop that little 5-10 yards, 5-6 yards, and there's no goal happens here. But it's a fantastic header from Petkovic, and Orsic is in. And I don't know whether this was a fitness issue or what for Fofana, but Fofana I saw at Leicester was so quick, and he would have got back in his position. He gets a little bit muscled out of it, and it's a fantastic finish, and then Zagreb have something to hold on to.
Yeah, it's all a culmination of mistakes that I call mentality mistakes. Something wasn't right in the last few weeks under the Tuchel regime. I feel he could have turned it round. The ownership decided to go another, but Potter needs to address that. Just switch the lads on. They're all world-class players. Switch them on. Cut out them little mistakes and you'll get back to keeping clean sheets again.
It's really interesting because when you look at the changes, he's actually dropped £100 million worth of central defender tonight. And I think most people would have been quite shocked to see Koulibaly on the bench, but judging by what you've seen, it feels like it needed a shake-up.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. I think Fofana will get up to speed without doubt, but Koulibaly's made the odd error this season.